In the last 24 hours, Beacon Chain didn't have finality for like 20 something minutes. There was so much congestion that it couldn't do it, and then they patched it up, made sure it's okay. Okay, kind of the first time I heard it, but even during that finality problem, like time span, transactions were still being processed, but it was just very inefficient because there was a couple nodes or something like that that couldn't verify transactions. I don't know the full details and the complexities of it. What I do know is it's fixed, and that's good. But we know that with the resurgence of meme coins and NFTs, there are definitely a ton of traffic on Ethereum right now. People have noticed that CZ is no longer following Elon Musk. Why is that? No one knows. People are speculating. Can it have something to do with this? Elon Musk recently, tweeted about Pepe and sent Pepe up like 60%. So could it have something to do with that? Or CZ knows what's coming. It's speculated, again, this is total rumorville, could be totally off base, that Elon is getting ready to release their crypto wallet. And not only that, but within the wallet may have swapping capabilities, which basically makes Twitter a competitor. Maybe this swap is for all memes, which is why he put this out, because he recognizes Pepe. I have not seen any Dogecoin tweets recently or Doge tweets. He never supported Sheeb or any other dog coins, but he supported Pepe, which is weird. A lot of you guys are Cardano fans. Some of you are, some of you are not. Cardano is also making strides, improving their Hydra head, which is basically a scaling solution, like a L2 sort of, for Cardano, because Cardano, the main chain itself, is not very fast. I hear it's roughly like 100 to 150 transactions per second, which isn't really fast if you think about it. But with Hydra, basically, and you could have multiple Hydra chains. I think this is just like the very first. But with this technology, you could basically scale Cardano infinitely, right? So just use of side chains to process transactions in kind of like a temporary ledger, kind of, so to speak. I don't know how the technology works, but it sounds very promising. They had it in testnet. Now they brought it to the mainnet. So now DEXs can figure out how to utilize this, because the DEXs on Cardano kind of a little lacking. Very slow, and there's not a lot of TVL, but hopefully this can change things. Back to when Ethereum first started trading publicly, okay? That's how low it is. Back to July of 2015. Think about that. Ethereum supply is now back to the level when it basically started trading. So the burning mechanism, definitely working. Staking, definitely working. You combine everything else that's happening, it's really working, right? So this dream of Ethereum becoming deflationary is starting to happen right in front of our eyes. But here's the thing. Why has price not caught up yet? Well, sometimes it just takes some time, right? But again, supply and demand. Demand keeps on increasing for ERC-based 20 tokens, okay? On top of Ethereum. Layer 2s are getting very popular, but still all using ETH as gas. So it's just, if you think about it, you put two and two together, well, if there's so much usage on Ethereum, the price has to follow, right? This Gala upgrade. So many people have been asking me about what's going on with Gala? What's going to happen after the V2 and this and that, right? Well, Jason from Gala said that, hey, just wanted to let you all know the snapshot has worked well, and we are currently verifying the integrity of the list and getting everyone in line to proceed with the minting steps. We'll be here to keep you updated, and we'll have the whole live stream later today to share some pretty cool news. So I think there is some confusion. Today is not the day for the airdrop. Today was just a day for the snapshot. That's what it appears like. So as long as you have your Gala in a wallet that's basically not Coinbase, because I think Coinbase is the only exchange that said they were not supporting the airdrop. But still, nevertheless, maybe, the snapshot probably still occurred, right? Maybe Gala will figure out a way. If you have your Gala V1 tokens on Coinbase, maybe the snapshot will allow you to be airdropped in another wallet. I don't know. I don't know if that's even a possibility, but I'm just saying that this is a snapshot, so they know who owns what. And then I guess we'll get more information on when the airdrop is actually going to happen. Okay. And then lastly, for you, one of the appeals from the SEC to seal the Hinman docs, which are very, very important, from the public, they lost. So why is this important? Well, Hinman docs is what Ripple's been fighting for forever. They got approval to look at it. It's a previous SEC director's testimony and his emails and everything in regards to why he thinks Ethereum is a commodity and not a security. Now, of course, SEC does not want anyone to see his arguments because SEC, again, tried to seal it from the public. And the courts ruled that that's unconstitutional. That doesn't make any sense. The SEC is trying to argue the likes of Coinbase and Gemini and Kraken, they have their own custody service that a lot of projects, a lot of institutions are using. And the SEC is arguing that no, they're not good enough, that the SEC should be the guard dog, the custodian guard dog. And no one thinks that's a good idea. But this may be the reason why Brad is like, well, maybe we got to start thinking about moving some operations overseas, if not completely. Glad to see Brad and XRP and Ripple fighting the good fight. Okay? And today, this morning, a lot of people were asking me, what do you think about Ledger and what do they do? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I discovered this is what they're talking about. Ledger decided that it was a good idea to come out with a recovery service, okay? So with their Nano X's, so as far as I know, this is only available on Nano X's, not S, X's. So you can subscribe to this feature called Ledger Recover, which you pay $9.95, $10 basically. And it will download your seed phrase and then encrypt it and spread it around to 3 different third-party custodians, so to speak, right? And then if you ever need to recover, each one of these, will be responsible to put back together your recovery phrase, right? So basically, in Ledger's mind, this is awesome, okay? First of all, no one entity can hold your seed phrase, and there's a lot of people that always complain that they lost, their phrase and their recovery key. But this goes against Bitcoiners, Bitcoin maxis. I mean, just self-custody maxis or just crypto people in general that believe that you need to control your own keys. You need to hold it, not your keys, not your crypto. So this whole ideology that you need to safeguard your own crypto, well, Ledger just said, screw that. We think we know best.
Binance Australia says banking disrupted as payment provider cuts service. Unfortunately, it's not just the US. There are a few other places out there. Australia is pretty pro-crypto as far as I can tell, but banks are not. Banks are still kind of fearful about crypto and Bitcoins, especially because it's kind of eating their lunch, right? It makes sense. There's a lot of people turning to crypto right now with all the bank weaknesses. So it makes sense that some of them are like, we're not going to help accelerate the demise of ourselves, right? So if you're using Binance Australia, you have to wait and see. Hopefully this gets resolved soon, and there'll be another banking provider in the near future. More SBF news. Not that any of us want more SBF news, but FTX itself is suing SBF because they purchased a worthless fintech company for $55 million, and the company was worth no more than $1 million. And there's leaked email that came out, how this company Embed couldn't even support 600 new accounts, and they paid them like tens of millions of dollars. So it makes one wonder, it was just like an insider buying, it's just like a friend or something, right? So FTX actually suing SBF over this acquisition, adding to the list of bad things that have come out of SBF.